it's here on this field here in the middle of County Wicklow, up in the mountains here, but it was considered a bog, where there was a school here that also doubled as a church and was given to John Nelson Darby as his first church to pastor and to really to evangelize into the Wicklow Mountains, you know, bringing the Roman Catholic to Christ. That was his vision. That was his call as a new clergyman. I think it was 1825 or 20, I think it's 25, when he's given this. And really they had headhunted him. He was so sharp, so intelligent, that they really wanted Darby, but they knew they just couldn't get him. They had to give him something to pull him in. And so they sure enough gave him this, created almost this soon to be parish. It wasn't even a parish at that point. It would become one, but they didn't want him around too many people. They thought he was possibly too dangerous. I don't know if I could use that word, but he was still learning. He wasn't in that place of really having totally 100% submitted in every way to the church. He was still a bit of a wild stallion, they had felt. And so he was put here. There was a school here. It doubles a church. Later, after he leaves the Church of Ireland, they built this beautiful church here in the early 1830s. You can see it right back here. It's a beautiful, beautiful church. And here's a sign marking the spot that says site of Calgary Church, used for the service of both the Reverend C. and J. N. Darby, until the church was built in 1834. The school was closed in 1836. Now, what's interesting, Darby was very highly motivated, envisioned at this point. The idea of a second Reformation was very strong in this part of Ireland, in the southern Dublin County and northern Wicklow. It was this idea that God was bringing another Reformation into the nation, and there were converts. People were coming to Christ. Catholics were converting. But one thing that stopped the whole movement was that the bishop in Dublin, once they came to Christ, now said, we want you to swear allegiance to King George. And that completely, of course, stopped a move of God once things got political and got in that level of the cultural differences that were deeply ingrained in the people. And so he was here about two years, 3 months in the school, but becoming disillusioned, realizing this vision of a second Reformation just wasn't happening. He becomes a bit disillusioned. Then he has an accident. He falls off his horse. And it's at that point he begins to ponder, read some, think some, and it's a big debate, kind of who influenced who. But Darby has a shift in his theological perspective against leaving a lot of the Church of Ireland ideas, a whole nother idea of the church, the community, and his eschatology, in time developing dispensationalism. So anyway, this is his first little step here in this county. A lot of times there's sheep out here, out in this field. A little bit of wisdom. I'm going to give you a little bit more Darby later on. Thanks so much.